Welcome everyone to the Daily Antidote of Song. Welcome to our friends on Facebook Live and all of you here in the room with us today. It's an exciting day with a new year and new friends. So all of this week and next we have new song leaders. And I'm very excited yesterday and today and tomorrow to be introducing you to some of my dear friends. Today, Rosi and Brian Amador from Canto, but I'll get to them in just a moment. But first, I want to say welcome and thank you to Carpe Diem Arts for sponsoring us, and Joe Rosi, our mastermind of all things. Welcome to Katie, our tech for the day. If she weren't here, we wouldn't be here because tech is what makes it all happen. And welcome to Annette and Becky in BC. Hello, Aloysius, so good to see you. Hello, Brian and Dan in Vienna, Virginia. Hello, Pamela, so nice to see you coming in from Boston. I know you're here because of Rosi and Brian. We're all friends. Hello, Sheila in Florida, and Susan G. Hello, Busy. Thank you so much for your masterminding of Carpe Diem Arts. By the way, I just found a book that you sent me. Thank you, and hello to Sarah in Texas. Hello, Shari in New Hampshire, and Nicolene coming in again to us from Amsterdam in Holland. So good to have you here. Hello, Gary and Roberta on Martha's Vineyard. So good to see you. Let me get a breath. Hello, Pete and Janet in Toronto. Bonnie in Boise. Julie in Atlanta. So nice to see you, Julie. Mwah. Hello, Susan in Seattle. Deborah in Kentucky, who brought us all to the National Public Radio waves. Thank you so much for your beautiful soldier project. Hello, Ruth in Birmingham, England, and Susan. Hello, Gladys and Julie in Ontario. Hello, Deli, so nice to see you. And Mr. Allen from Carpe Diem Arts. Hello, Al, playing your guitar. Do you play 24 hours a day? Because every time I see you, you are playing that guitar. I wonder what key you're in. I can't see your left hand. Hello, Ralph and Penny in Victoria. Caroline with yet another animal in Boise. Hello, Caroline in DC with a winter elf. Oh my goodness, we have so many funny friends joining. Hello, Luda in Victoria. Tejana Juana, nice to see you. And Barb in Virginia. Sandy in Western North Carolina. I wonder where you are exactly. That's a beautiful part of the country. Hello, Cliff in Vermont. And Jim in New York City. Hello, Storm, with yet another beautiful hat and a furry friend. Christiana and Bob in Maryland. Hello, Mabel and your bear. Hello, Jean in Pittsburgh and Anne in Nashville. Hello, Simke in Maryland. Fred in Silver Spring and Karen in Oregon. Hello, Dane and Joni and Bronwyn in Victoria. Don't write anything in the chat for a minute, please, so that you don't blank out who I'm seeing and where they're from. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. Hello, Sandra. And now let me say hello to Martha and Nicole in Kentucky. So good to see you again, Nicole. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hello, Jan, my college roommate and co-adventurer. Hello. Is that Paul back there? Hello, LMG and Cara in Vermont. So good to see you singing with us again. And Nancy and her Irish cow. Hello, Bob in Tucson. Terry and Jaden and Aloysius again. Hello, Uncle Roy and Ann in Nashville, Tennessee. Hello, Ray. Those of you off screen, we welcome you just the same. Please relax and join. Hello, Ray and Lee Hoyerman in California. So good to see you. Sheila in Florida, Sarah and Loriana Kachina and Courtney in Vermont, Anne in Knoxville and Kat in Vermont, Joni and Gary and Anna And Truus, also from Amsterdam, Holland. Welcome, Truus. Hello, Robert and Cindy on your iPhone. Hello, Paulette. And I think there are also, oh my goodness, we're up to 4 pages today. Hello, let me see where I was. Hello, Robert and Cindy and Paulette and Amanda and Miles. Hello, Carolyn, Connecticut. Anne and Suzanne and Amos and Jane. Woo! I think that's everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. So good to be with you again for a new year, new friends. So excited to have today the wonderful, wonderful band, Sol y Canto, and the, of course, masterminds of the band, Rosi and Brian Amador, who are coming to us from Cambridge, Massachusetts. Rosi and Brian, I can't even begin to tell you all the wonderful things about them. I will save that for after they teach you their song. So let's all just welcome Rosi and Brian Amador from Sol y Canto. Woo!
Thank you.
Gracias. Before we begin, I just want to say Feliz Año Nuevo. Happy New Year. Happy 2022. Incredible, huh? I think it's necessary to say things are getting better. 21 was kind of a difficult year too, but things are getting better, and I'm excited about that. And for me, this is a great way to start the year, to be able to share one of our songs with you. So, muchas gracias, and I bet we have a few Spanish speakers in the group, but I'll keep it bilingual. In case anybody doesn't yet speak Spanish, you will speak a little more after today, hopefully. But muchas gracias. Thank you to Elise, to everybody involved in the Daily Antidote of Song. It's really an honor and so much fun to be here and to be stealing away in the middle of our day to do this is great. It's just great. So
the song we're going to share today is one I wrote several years ago, and it's actually about an epidemic, although it was written long before this epidemic. It's called Epidemia de soledad, Epidemic of Loneliness. And so I guess, should I teach the chorus first, Elise, before we sing the song?
oh yeah, that's what they said.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so,
We're going to teach because that's what you're going to,
so the part
everybody's
you're
going
going
to
to sing
learn.
on is the chorus. So first of all, let's just do the lyrics for those who don't speak Spanish.
Yes, let's do that
It
first.
says, Ay doctor, oh doctor,
Ay, doctor,
¿qué me puede dar?
¿qué me puede dar?
What can you give me? Pa quitarme este dolor, to take away this pain. So that whole line is, Ay doctor, ¿qué me puede dar? Pa quitarme este dolor.
I think you should slow it down.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Ay doctor,
And then let them do it. Okay.
¿qué me puede dar? Pa quitarme este dolor.
Pa quitarme este dolor.
Quitarme and este kind of run together.
Yeah.
And then the second half is, Ay dolor,
Hay dolor.
¿qué puedo yo tomar?
¿Qué puedo yo tomar
What can I take? Para sentirme mejor.
para sentirme mejor?
To feel better. So the whole line is, Hay dolor,
Hay dolor.
¿qué puedo yo tomar?
¿Qué puedo yo tomar
Para sentirme mejor.
para sentirme mejor?
So there are two lines in this melody and a harmony, if you will. So the melody part goes, Ay doctor, ¿qué me puede dar? Can we just try that much?
Yeah.
Ay doctor, ¿qué me puede dar? Second half, pa quitarme este dolor.
Pa quitarme este dolor.
Hay dolor, ¿qué puedo yo tomar?
Hay dolor. ¿Qué puedo yo tomar
Para sentirme mejor.
para sentirme mejor? Just so you know, Elise is pinned while we're teaching, so that probably is not what you want. Yeah, that's what I figured. You probably want to pin us while we're teaching. As much as I like to sing,
I have
sing
you
the
pinned,
song.
actually.
Oh, I think it's because you need to turn your volume off for now. It's going to whoever's talking.
No.
Oh, no, it's not? Okay.
My volume is off and I have you pinned. So don't worry what you're seeing.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I understand. All right.
So let's do it with your and Rosie's the
Yeah,
second.
but I think that was too fast. I think we should teach it one more time.
Let's try
just the melody.
try the whole thing nice and slow.
The melody.
Ay doctor, ¿qué me puede dar pa' quitarme
Well, no,
este
no,
dolor?
line by
Wait, let's
line.
split it out. Hold on,
Okay,
hold on.
all right.
Ay, doctor, ¿qué me puede dar pa' quitarme este dolor? Try that. Ay, doctor, ¿qué me puede dar pa' quitarme este dolor? Second line. Ay, dolor, ¿qué puedo yo tomar para sentirme mejor? Ay, dolor, ay, dolor, ¿qué puedo yo tomar para sentirme mejor? Okay, so the whole thing, nice and slow.
Melody.
Ay, doctor, ¿qué me puede dar pa' quitarme este dolor? Ay, dolor, ¿qué puedo yo tomar para sentirme mejor? That's it.
That's the melody.
Yeah. You want to? Why don't you just sing the harmony part and people can pick it up if they're.
You think so?
Yeah, same words, same rhythm.
All right.
Let's do it.
Listen to this. It goes like this.
Ay, doctor, ¿qué me puede dar pa' quitarme este dolor? Ay, dolor, ¿qué puedo yo tomar para sentirme mejor? One more time.
I'm going to sing louder than you, so you
Okay.
keep it down, so that whoever wants to do the harmony will hear it more clearly. And it goes. Ay, doctor, ¿qué me puede dar pa' quitarme este dolor? Ay, dolor, ¿qué puedo yo tomar para sentirme mejor?
All right.
I hope that worked.
So of course everybody has that flawless now, right?
Flawless.
Okay, excellent. So
This song is in a cumbia rhythm, by the way, and Brian wrote it a few years ago. you
Yes.
know? Yeah. Before
but
the
I
pandemic.
should tell
as
you
he
what
said.
the lyrics mean aside from just the chorus. It says they say there's an epidemic, a real plague that people are dying of loneliness. More damaging than tobacco, more damaging than alcohol. It's like a thorn in the heart. And then we have the chorus. Oh doctor, what can you give me to take away this pain? Oh pain, what can I take to feel better? And then Dr. Rosi says, your case is not unique. I see it more all the time. Know that you're not alone in your loneliness. It doesn't matter your tribe, religion, or beliefs. There are so many people with the same affliction. There are many remedies you can try. None are perfect, but they might help. Less social networks and more real contact. Less bitterness and more gratitude. A good meal, a dose of laughter, calling a friend and going for a walk. Meditating, doing yoga, or a Zumba class, or grabbing your partner and dancing a cumbia. And this happens to be a cumbia, so if you want to grab your partner while we're singing this, or grab yourself and dance a cumbia,
And sing along.
and sing along.
All at the same time. Todo a la vez.
Feel free.
Great way to start the new year.
Here we go, a tempo.
Dicen que hay una epidemia, una plaga de verdad, que la gente está muriendo de soledad. Más dañino que el tabaco, más dañino que el alcohol, es como una espina en el corazón. Hay muchos remedios que usted puede probar. Ninguno es perfecto, pero le pueden ayudar. Menos redes sociales, más contactos reales, menos amargura y más gratitud.
Una buena comida,
Eso.
una dosis de risa, llamar a una amiga
Hello,
y
Elise.
salir a caminar, meditar, hacer yoga, una clase de zumba,
Zumba.
o agarrar su pareja
Y bailar una cumbia. Ay, doctor, ¿qué me puede dar? ¿Qué me puede dar?
quitarme este dolor.
Quitarme este dolor.
Ay, dolor, que puedo yo tomar
Puedo yo tomar
para sentirme mejor. Ay, doctor, que me puede dar para quitarme este dolor. Ay, dolor, que puedo yo tomar para sentirme mejor. Sigue-tiqui-tinqui, sigue-tinqui, sigue-tiqui-tinqui, sigue-tiqui-tinqui, sigue-tinqui-tinqui.
Eso.
Oh my gosh, that is so wonderful and so much fun. Thank you so much. Muchísimas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I wish we could have you all in our living rooms singing and dancing along.
We will be visiting you soon. We have a
Good.
plan for the Daily Antidote of Song bus. There's a bus tour. There's also a boat tour, and I think a hot air balloon has been added recently.
Excellent.
Okay, well, we do have space in our backyard where it can
Yes,
land.
yes.
So that's good.
In your backyard. I love so much that you chose this particular song because for me it's perfect for the Daily Antidote of Song because really it was begun realizing how much people were shut in during the
That's
pandemic.
right.
And so this Daily Antidote was started the very beginning of the pandemic and we're over 600 days now. I don't know, we might be getting close to 700, I'm not sure. But and then when things started to open up a little, I'm knocking on wood and touching iron, as they say in
I
Italy.
know. Yeah.
But when things started to open up again, the Daily Antidote realized that so many people are still shut in. It doesn't have to do with a pandemic. There's so many people that benefit from coming together every day at noon to sing together and to meet wonderful friends. And so a lot of projects have blossomed out from this. So thank you for the beautiful musical way of getting rid of the epidemic of loneliness. I wanted to get you to talk a little bit, maybe first, Brian, about your composing, because I am a huge fan of your compositions. You've written so many amazing songs, but one of the things I admire so much is how you are so good at writing in Spanish and English that's singable in both languages. Can you talk a little bit about how you compose and some of the things that you've put together like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, the bilingual writing is something that I've done a lot more with children's music, which we've done a fair amount of. We made a children's album back in 2004 when our own now almost 26-year-old kids were were tiny, were like 4 years old. And with children's music, it's a little bit easier because it tends to be much simpler, so you can say things are kind of condensed into fewer syllables, I guess I would say. So it's a little easier to match up the English with the Spanish and write them both in a way that's singable. But you know,
Although La Mama, that's bilingual too. That's a recent
yeah,
song.
but that has sort of a spoken word
Oh, yeah,
section,
that's true. It's a
so
spoken
that's
word,
different.
yeah.
But you know, I mean,
That album, though, Brian, the Doble de Amigos, Twice as Many Friends.
Yeah.
I have,
This one.
thank you, Rosie. Yes, I have been to so many schools. You know, I work a lot as a visiting artist, and
Yeah.
so many schools all over the country use that album. It is
oh,
so
that's great.
wonderful.
Yeah,
I'm very happy to hear that.
That's how we intended it in the universe. So it's great to hear that's happening.
Yeah, it's good. I hope that gets out into the world.
Yeah.
It's funny because you know we're on Spotify and these other music services, and every month I get my statement, or every week, I guess, whatever it is. And always the songs that have been the most listened to and the most Shazammed and that generally are the songs from the children's album. And sometimes I think, wow, I wish they would listen to more of my adult music. Whatever. I mean, the words, the music is getting out there,
That's right,
and
the universe
hopefully
needs
it's
it.
helping kids get an appreciation for the music. So that's great.
Yeah.
I think your new album was mentioned on NPR. It's like a favorite NPR thing. Is that true?
Well, our new album was mentioned. I wish it had been mentioned by NPR. Not quite, but we did get featured by NPR last May, for Mother's Day. There was a lovely segment on with our daughter Elise, who I wanted to mention, and our album was highlighted there. So I'm going to do a double highlight here. I'm going to show you. This is the album that we talked about. So if you put NPR Sol y Canto, Mother's Day or something like that, you'll find this information. This here is our most recent CD. It's with our daughter, Elise Amador. It was prior to her officially launching her solo career.
Recorded live.
Yeah, recorded live, pre-pandemic, released during the pandemic. It's called En Vivo en Familia, and it's bilingual in the sense that it has. Oh, I'm cutting myself off, sorry. It has both songs primarily in Spanish, but also quite a few in English, including some of Alisa's compositions, primarily in English, a little bit in Spanish. And this is Alisa's newest EP, which is called Narratives. And that one was featured by NPR quite recently because it was only released a few months ago. It's really, really beautiful. It's, I think, primarily in English with one song in Spanish. Yeah, that is correct. And I have to say, it's quite gorgeous. If you haven't heard her sing yet, you'll be very pleased if you check her out online on her website.
She was featured in the weekly picks when the
Tiny Desk
concert was
Yeah.
going on. So
Yeah.
The Tiny Desk. I know.
So yeah, En Vivo en Familia is a CD that we're super happy and proud of, and I think really captures our family energy. But it was actually with our whole band. It was pre-pandemic, so it was with the whole band.
Yeah.
Since the pandemic, we've been singing as a duo primarily, and for some time with Elisa, before she, launched her own identity out there. So now we're going our
How
separate
large
ways.
is the Sol y Canto band now?
What's that?
How large is the Sol y Canto band?
Well, right now
This is it.
this is us.
Without the pandemic.
Pre-pandemic, there were 6 of us. Yeah, we had piano, we had percussion, saxophone, saxophone and flute.
And bass.
And bass, yeah.
Upright bass.
Yeah. But the cool thing is that, you were mentioning how the Daily Antidote of Song came up because of the pandemic. Well, many things changed for us because of the pandemic. One thing is that we started obviously playing a lot more together, just the two of us, and Brian has been able to, in his guitar, incorporate bass sounds that make our sound as a duo much more groovy, and it's exciting to be able to have made that change. And then in addition to that, I also incorporated a new instrument. I don't happen to be playing it today, but I started playing the cajon, the Afro-Peruvian cajon, which is used a lot in flamenco, and that's been a ton of fun, in addition to studying a lot of improvisational singing and incorporating that into our music in a very playful way, which has really just been so creative and so heart-opening for us, and just fun. We just have more fun at each show.
Well, it was beautiful. I noticed that you had quite a bit of improvisation in this song that you shared with us.
Yeah.
That's a big stretching out from. I should say that Rosie and Brian and I have known each other since 1984. Before
It's been
Yep.
a while.
some of you were born. We met because we all went to Nicaragua during that period. But
Right.
Rosie and Brian and I also have gotten really deeply involved with improvisation through the wonderful teacher Rhiannon, who we mentioned yesterday, with Rebecca Goldsmith. And there are all sorts of groups that come together to practice improvisation. Believe it or not, improvising online, which is crazy and it sounds ridiculous, but Rhiannon is such an incredible teacher. I mentioned yesterday she is one of the original members of Voicestra, Bobby McFerrin's group, and currently in Gimme Five. And she's made it, I don't know, I love getting together with folks online. Rosie has been
Yeah.
organizing things.
Yeah.
So the improvising, I think, is something that we really need during this time.
Absolutely. So
Well,
healing.
actually, Rosie
So
and I
healing.
started a new tradition more than a year ago now, which is that when we get up in the morning, after we meditate, we improvise a tune together
We do.
every day.
It was actually your fault, Elise. Do
What?
you remember? You were saying to me, "You're so lucky during this pandemic. You live with singers," and I kind of got weepy and said, "But you know what? Since we're not doing concerts, we're not singing." And I told Brian, and I think I started crying again. And he said, "Well, we could fix that by improvising every morning together." So that was really thank you, Elise.
Yeah.
That is something I am very happy to be the impetus for. And I'm going to encourage everybody here to do a little improvising when you get up in the morning, be it with a partner, with kids, with friends, or by yourself.
Yeah.
I sing a lot in the car and not along with the radio,
Yeah.
along with whatever I'm seeing. So, is there anything else you would like to let folks know about before we ask you to sing your song one more time?
Well, just the usual that we would love to stay in touch with you. We have an email list, and well, it's who knows about touring. We actually don't tour a ton, but we do some. We're actually now full-time bilingual voice actors, and that's our profession, and we do music part-time, but we still tour a little bit. We do have a show, if it happens, in late February in Western Mass in Egremont. Planned for February 26th, and beyond that, I don't know what's going to happen. But you can stay in touch with us through our website by signing our email list, and we also post on Instagram and usually on Facebook. Although the whatever it's called for Facebook for our Soli Canto page, who knows who gets it? But for sure on Instagram. And once people get on our email list, we let them know about our upcoming shows, whether they're online or in the flesh, or upcoming projects, new CDs, for example.
I have to say that you are excellent at continuing the music even during this pandemic. You all have done so much in so many different ways. So thank you. For that.
Another silver lining has been to be able to do a lot of fundraisers because this has been such a hard time for so many people. And so, because we're very community based, that's been a privilege to be able to help that way, particularly since we have another career, So it's just been a way of serving that has been very meaningful and has meant a lot to us. Yeah.
So let's sing the Epidemic of Loneliness again.
All right.
All right, we'll do it. And I just want to say a special hello to some of my friends who I couldn't see because I'm kind of far from the computer, but I know some of my friends from all over the world have probably joined in. I know Uncle Roy is there, maybe my friend Ana Viñuela from Spain, maybe Maripaz. There's so many people said, I'm going to check it out. And I don't know who's there because I haven't been able to click into all the other screens. But muchas gracias por venir, amigos. Estamos muy agradecidos y feliz año nuevo. Feliz Año Nuevo to everybody. Thank you for inviting us to be a part of this. It's very special, and we're glad to be part of this club.
Yes. And thank you for doing it, Elise.
Yes.
It's a wonderful thing.
Thank you.
It's good to be with
For
you.
all you do to make music spread out in the world and help people. That's kind of your mission, isn't it? Our mission is to build cross-cultural bridges, and I hope that we're doing that with you today.
Elise is kind of like a Johnny Appleseed of music.
Oh, yet another new nickname. Thank you. Cantamos.
We love you. Okay, Epidemia de soledad. Feliz 2022. Take good care, everyone. Stay safe and happy and sing.
And healthy.
Sing from your heart and healthy. Yes. Okay. Pueden bailar si quieren, you can dance. Dicen que hay una epidemia, una plaga de verdad, que la gente está muriendo de soledad. No importa más dañino que el tabaco, más dañino que el alcohol, es como una espina en el corazón. Ay, doctor, ¿qué me puede dar? I love singing dance.
A quitarme este dolor.
Ay, doctor, ¿qué puedo yo tomar para sentirme mejor? Cada vez lo veo más. Sepa que no está sola en su soledad. No importa.
Hay dolor que puedo yo tomar para sentirme mejor.
Eso.
Muchos remedios que no se pueden probar.
Ninguno es perfecto, pero te pueden ayudar. Menos redes sociales, más actos reales, menos amargura y más gratitud.
Una buena comida, una dosis de
Sabroso.
risa, llamar a una amiga y salir a caminar, meditar, hacer yoga, una clase de zumba, o agarrar su pareja y bailar una cumbia.
Ay, doctor, ¿qué me puede dar? ¿Qué me puede dar? Para quitarme este dolor.
Hay dolor que puedo yo tomar
¿Qué puedo yo tomar
para sentirme mejor. Hay dolor que me puede dar para quitarme este dolor. Hay dolor que puedo yo tomar
¿Qué puedo yo tomar
para sentirme mejor.
Eso.
Thank you, everybody.
Felicidades.
So much fun and so good to see all the people dancing.
I
Wow.
love
Yeah, that
that.
was
Thank you
wonderful.
for rotating all of the dancers.
And all the stuffed animals dancing.
Yeah, that was great. Qué divertido.
Gracias, Rosie and Brian. We hope you'll be back with us sometime. And oh my gosh. Woo! Well,
Gracias.
before we say goodbye to everyone, I just want to say that tomorrow we have a wonderful guest, Becky Reardon from Taos, New Mexico. She is an incredible songwriter.
Beautiful.
And kind of queen of round writing. She's written amazing, beautiful songs. So please join us again tomorrow for Becky Reardon. And this whole week we have wonderful new song leaders. Kate Munger is going to be with us on Thursday, the founder of the Threshold Choirs, and it just goes on with more wonderful song leaders. So I think let's all wave goodbye to Facebook Live. Goodbye, Facebook Live.
Adiós.